hate a liar more than I hate a thief. A thief is only after my salary. A liar's after my reality.
Like most dinosaurs grazing in the meadows, the mainstream media has no idea that a meteor is heading their way. Similar to the dinosaurs of old, the mainstream media were once towering figures of influence. Top of the food chain, they guided the discourse on relevant topics. Confrontational to the powers that be, they were beacons to the ideals of freedom of speech. Then the meteor hit with Trump, emblazoned across it in capitalized gold letters, and they lost their damn minds. Gone were the days of understanding both sides of an argument. Instead of reporting the facts, they accepted any and all salacious rumors and hearsay, as long as it either smeared or uplifted Trump. Their intense emotional attachment to Donald Trump led to two camps being formed. The Fox News, Newsmax camp thinks that Trump is infallible and could do no wrong, while the CNN, MSNBC camp thinks that Trump is, literally, Hitler. Both camps divided the nation so thoroughly that family members never spoke again because they belonged to the opposite side. For the better part of a decade, American citizens have been engaged in a civil war, and it's all mainstream media's fault. The mainstream media destroyed their credibility with the American people, and so alternative news sources have emerged to take their place. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help Medallion XLN create the new internet.
The mainstream media made a key error when they decided to stop hiding behind the veneer of being fair and balanced. While many had their doubts, the veneer at least provided plausible deniability that the takes weren't government-issued talking points. The audience took notice of this behavior and began to seek alternative sources of information. The mainstream media branded those alternative news sources as fake news, then put pressure on social media websites like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to try to get those sources banned. The move was a last gasp of a dying titan. To be honest, some of it was fake news, such as QAnon, which I am convinced was a CIA psyop to discredit alternative news. Funny enough, CIA agents flooded the mainstream media news programs with their expert opinions on various topics related to discrediting Trump. History will look back on this period as very peculiar. As the mainstream media struggles to regain relevance, technology blasts by them. The mighty hammer they use to smack opponents into submission has been reduced to a children's toy. Their reach has been reduced to a portion of the views they got in primetime circa 2015. Former anchors such as Tucker Carlson have found new success on social media with about 10 million followers. Since leaving Fox News, Carlson has interviewed former presidents, international leaders, and the Tate brothers. Each independent interview garnered millions of views.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish without checking facts first.
I'll stop beating a dead horse or dinosaur fossil. The real question is, what does the future of the news look like? The news should be verifiable, resistant to censorship from all government authorities, decentralized to allow for all forms of citizen journalism, and most importantly, monetizable. During the reign of the dinosaurs, the mainstream news media, there were many times that they were accused of fabricating the news. Therefore, multiple parties should be able to verify that the news being reported is valid and observable, as opposed to made up to elicit political reactions. The principle of verifiability is also important to prevent another QAnon phenomenon, which was either a 17-year-old kid playing with the emotions of conservatives or a CIA psyop created to discredit the rise of alternative media by introducing nonsense conspiracy theories. The point is that the future of news shouldn't be susceptible to that sort of nonsense. Secondly, the future of the news needs to be resistant to censorship. Many examples of media censorship in the past few years include COVID-19 vaccine discussions and the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. Both events were blocked and censored by the mainstream media for seemingly no reason. What's the big deal? Just allow access to the facts so people can debate on the pros and cons. Selectively banning and restricting access to information is on its face authoritarian, wrong, and should be rejected out of hand. Decentralization of information is required to guarantee that news data has not been tampered with. Various perspectives should contribute to the news without any guardrails. Lastly, monetization is a powerful incentive model to encourage more good work. A lot of very detailed people with a penchant for investigative journalism shouldn't have to beg a large corporation for a job, but should be rewarded by the citizens who benefit from that important work. Breaking news, folks. It seems a meteor is about to crash the dinosaur party. Talk about a rock concert gone wrong. Join Medallion XLN and be a part of our mission to develop the next era of technology through XR, blockchain, and AI, and harness the power of decentralization, empowering us to reclaim control